Many thanks to XHDATA for sponsoring this video. Good evening everyone and welcome back to the X Explorer for another video. I think it's the first time I'm saying good evening, by the way. Unfortunately, I had no time during the daytime to film this video, so here we are past midnight filming a radio review. Not so much to do with amateur radio or ham radio, depends where you are. Not yet. We might talk a little bit about this towards the end of the video. But we still have a really cool radio review. And today we're talking about the XHDATA emergency radio. This particular model is D-608WB. It has shortwaves, it has FM, it has a torch, and it has a bunch of other cool things that you might like as much as I do. And to be honest, I think I started to like this one in the first 5 minutes as soon as I turned it on and I had a closer look at it. And I'm not saying this just because I received this radio for free to do a review for you. I'm actually very honest. Initially I didn't want to do a review for this one, so I'm pretty happy I accepted. And anyway, let's get here on the table really quick. We're going to take a closer look at this radio and you'll understand exactly why I like it so much. Well, I guess by now you already know that I'm not so much into unboxing stuff, and probably the reason is that I like to unbox everything long before I'm doing the review, just because I like to test the product, so I don't have to do a bad review. I prefer not to do it if the product is not so good. So anyway, the box is nice, well made, so I guess your receiver will come safe and secure to you. Inside the box you will find the radio. We have a USB cable. I guess this one is to charge your radio from a charger, but you can also charge your phone from the radio. It's a USB-C, by the way. Sorry Apple users, you'll have to buy your own cables. And also you have a nice manual, which I found it very simple, very easy to understand, and by the way, I didn't get to go through it completely, so I'll still have to read a little bit more to understand this radio completely, because it has a bunch of things and I didn't get to go through everything just yet. But we're going to take a closer look at the radio. First of all, I have to say that I like the way it's built. Really well built. You don't have that feeling of cheap radio, so it's kind of really rough, well made. I really like the orange color, and I think one of the things that impressed me right away was the sound of the receiver. The sound is absolutely fantastic, and I can't believe you get such a good sound from this small speaker over here. There's a bass speaker here on the back. Not sure how well you can see it, but the sound is absolutely amazing. So yeah, we'll get to listen to it a little bit later when we'll try to do a little demo of the radio. Of course, it's an emergency radio, so what do you have? It's an SOS button, so you will click this one for a little bit longer. So you have this audible sound and this flashing red light on the torch. Yeah, the SOS button, it's also the button that will turn on your torch over here in the front, but you have to touch it just a little shorter, and it has different levels of light, so you'll have to keep pressing until you get the level you desire, and of course the same to turn it off. Over here on top it has a nice solar panel that it will charge your battery when it's nice and sunny outside. Let's see if we can open this thing over here. I just cut my nails today, so it's kind of hard. Here we have like a reading lamp or whatever you want to use it for, and you will turn it on by pressing this lock button, and this one has different levels as well. It's a nice reading lamp, by the way. That's what I'm using it for. And also this key, if you hold it down for a little bit longer, it will lock everything. You see this key lock on the screen. I'm going to unlock everything right now. So let's talk about what else we have. First of all, it will show you the temperature, it will show you the time. You can set up an alarm to wake you up. You can, of course, you can set the time depending on your time zone. One thing it has that I really liked is that you can set the radio depending on your area. So for example, if you're in US, you might use different frequencies for the radio. In Europe, for example, for FM, we also have different frequencies comparing to other zones. So you get to set that up, read the manual. I can't remember how I did it. I actually went through the manual and I did that. But anyway, it's a very useful and really nice thing to have. What else we have over here? I think it has Bluetooth inside, because I see this button that has a phone icon on it, and I see a microphone over here. So I believe you can connect your phone to the radio and you can answer to your phone with this button right from the radio. One other nice thing that I really liked is that you don't have to scan the frequencies from here using these two buttons going either forward or backwards. You can also do it manually, just like on a classic receiver, and I really like this one because this is the kind of guy that I am. I like analog stuff, so I'm not so much into scanning the band. I prefer to go manually and search. Over here you have this DC output for 5 volts. So let me open it really quick. So basically you connect your USB cable over here, and you have 5 volts to charge your phone. Over here you can tell you have one output for headphones. This is DC in 5 volts, so you will charge your radio using this connection over here, this USB connection. And here you have an SD card slot, so I believe you can put music and whatever you want to put on that SD card and play the music through this radio. Not sure, I believe you can connect this one to Bluetooth speakers, but I'm not exactly sure. I need to read the manual a little bit better. But honestly, with such a good sound, I really don't think you will need any speakers at all. What else we have? We have this nice telescopic antenna and this handle that you can charge your radio by just cranking it up. And yeah, I am not sure exactly how much you have to do this in order to charge the battery completely. But let's be honest, in case of an emergency where there's no electricity, this might come in very handy. Doesn't matter how much you have to crank it up in order to charge the battery completely. And of course, you can also charge the battery of your phone using the same way. So I think it's a great thing to have. So let's turn on the radio really quick. Right now we are on shortwaves. Over here on top it will show you the strength of the signal that you are receiving. Not sure how well you get to see that. We can change the band from here, from using the band button. Over here we have the NOAA stations, and you get to change the channels using this side rotary switch. I'm not sure if we have any NOAA channels in Romania, but I know for sure that I used to listen to NOAA channels when I was on my sailboat, just because I wanted to know the weather, and I'm not so much the kind of guy who will check the phone app all the time. I rather listen to the radio. We also have FM, and we also have medium waves. But let me go short to FM. So the really easy way to find the station is to start scanning. So you will hold a little bit longer on this forward button and it will start scanning. If you find the station, it will stop slightly. If you like it, you can stop. If not, it will continue. But if you want to stop, you just click this button really short and it will stop there on that frequency. I think there's a way of memorizing those into channels, and then basically you can just go through channels that you memorized. The manual will come in handy for that. I can't remember how to do it, but I know I read a little bit. Again, you have this alert that you can turn it on. As you can tell, mine it's set for 7 AM. You can also set this alert. I'm not sure, I believe you can turn them on and off, that you receive alerts from the NOAA channels. Can't remember how to do it. So yeah, anyway, it's really nice. What else we have over here? I can't remember. I think this must be from the memory card or whatever. Of course I have to read the manual as well, because I don't know it completely. Yeah. Yeah, it has a bunch of interesting things. But anyway, let me find a station really quick where there is no music, and I'm going to try to do like a little demo for you, so you get to see how well the sound of this receiver can be from such a small speaker.
Este carte un document până la urmă, pentru că sunt o grămadă de fotografii făcute în studio la Jolie.
Exact, și eu susțin, bine, mie îmi place cartea și la propriu și la figurat.
I don't know about you, but I'm pretty impressed about the sound quality. I'm not sure how well my microphone can pick up the audio of the radio, but if you have external speakers, Bluetooth speakers with really good sound, well, that's pretty much the sound that you get from this receiver, so it's pretty impressive. Now, going back to what I said at the beginning of the video, when I was talking about that initially I didn't want to do a review for this radio. When XHDATA contacted me to do a review, initially I wanted to say no, just because usually on the X Explorer, if it's not related to amateur radio or ham radio, you know, like maybe a transceiver or a transmitter or whatever equipment that we might use to build our own homebrew projects, then I will refuse to do any review. And I refused quite a few until now. But then I remembered that when I was a kid, just because I know this radio has shortwaves, when I was a kid I used to listen to the shortwaves, and I remember I used to stay late up in the evening, and of course he couldn't decode the CW signals properly because I didn't have the BFO. So all I would hear would be sounds like you know, stuff like that, just noises. And I remember I used to stay with my hand on the antenna trying to receive the signals a little bit better, because some of them they were really weak, and I used to stay up really late trying to receive as much as possible, and I was curious. And that's how I fall in love with the amateur radio hobby. So that's when I decided to, okay, I'm going to do a review for this one. And I'm really happy I accepted, because this radio is really nice indeed. But anyway, I was talking to XHDATA, and I said that it would be really nice if this radio would have SSB and CW as well. So basically we could receive those signals as well. Well, I'm not sure about CW, even though I wish in the future there would be a model available to receive CW signals as well. I did get a promise that for SSB signals at least they are preparing a model in the future, and that would be really nice. And I'm saying this because it's an emergency radio, but for example, I would find this one really useful if I would be on a sailboat, and if I could receive SSB signals, how cool that would be, because I'm not sure how many of you are into sailing, but you can receive weather, like digital transmissions of data, and you can receive them with an SSB radio. You can decode those using your computer, and voila, you have your weather predictions. And when you're in mid-ocean, it's nice to actually have weather predictions when you have no other possibilities to receive the weather. So yeah, that's what I was saying, that it would be really nice if we would have SSB, but with the promise that later on there will be a model with SSB as well. I can only be happy. And yeah, I have to say thank you to XHDATA for sending this one to me for a review. And honestly, I was not expecting to like this radio as much as I do. So yeah, and by the way, this rotary switch that you can switch the frequencies manually, this is fantastic. You have no idea how much I hate switches and scanning through bands and everything. I really like this old school going through frequencies manually. So yeah, this is, never remove this one. I absolutely love this one. So anyway, yeah, I really like this radio. It's really cool. Well, I guess that's it for today. I hope you found this video useful, and I really hope you like this radio as much as I do. I'll put a link in the video description down below if you want to order one. It's a fun fact, this orange color of the radio fits perfectly my camper at this point, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, anyway, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Not sure exactly when, but I'll see you soon. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and 73 from Yankee Oscar 6 Delta X-Ray Echo.